One of the sectors benefiting from the recent run-up in the markets has been the makers of solar energy panels. One of the biggest, SolarCity, reported its latest quarterly earnings after the bell. Revenues shot up 52% as it reversed a year-ago loss, netting a profit of $3.4 million. Shares of the photovoltaic cell maker and installer are up an astounding 400% just this year. So what's driving the soaring prices on solar stocks? And should you put your money into them? Jackie DeAngelis has more.
Solar stocks. Year to date, they've been great performers, but will they continue to be shining stars? SolarCity up roughly 400%. First Solar up roughly 100%. Canadian Solar up a whopping 700%. But some analysts think that these stocks look a little frothy. Solar energy is a commodity business after all. Profit margins are cyclical, and while they've picked up, there will be a time when they come back down. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some bright spots in the space. The Chinese solar names have performed particularly well.
Partly it's because they did get extremely beaten down in 2011 and 2012, and it is true that margins have improved. And volumes have generally picked up, partly because the Chinese government is pushing solar demand in a very big way.
U.S.-based companies could see growth domestically as some states provide special incentives, but these companies have another advantage.
For many of the U.S.-based solar companies, it is an international market. Certainly, U.S. exposure is important, and the U.S. solar market does have room to grow.
Part of the big picture is consolidation. It's not just the larger solar players shopping for smaller ones. It's also strategic players looking to get into the space.
Who might be next as a target for these large strategics? And a good example, I think, would be a company like Advanced Energy Industries. The nice thing about solar inverters is that unlike the panel manufacturers, this is actually a much less commoditized business.
The bottom line, the bar is high for these companies. Sometimes even good results aren't enough to keep the stocks moving up. While these are high beta, sexy equities, the fire behind them just might burn out. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.